guys, Ramblin Bob here again. Okay, so I got a message from one of the subscribers, and they had asked me, which is kind of confusing, with Bluetti, what is the difference between the AC70 and the AC70P? Now, the P stands for professional version, so they kind of pimped up the specs a little bit. So they have a little bit more power, a little bit more input kind of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of the specs of both systems at the same time here, so you can see them in real time and kind of make a decision. Not to mention, it's $250 more. So let's see if that $250 is worth the difference as far as you know, 250 bucks. You can buy another power station for that almost. So, all right, we're going to take a look right away. First of all, you notice that the system is literally identical other than the color. They have the orange and the black rather than the kind of gray and black. So the accents of the system is kind of different. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same as far as the cosmetics, other than the color. Same 3 buttons, same little 4 outputs here, same 2 AC receptacles. Here you got your input, here you got your cigarette lighter, and then even the names are the same and the logo. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can find, let's see, the side of the battery here, and then, okay, it's got to load. So you can see the sides are the same too, and then we're going to check the other side. Okay, let's go to the other side. Now the other side, it's kind of hard to see, but the other side looks the same as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to get down into the important parts, because, you know, $250 is a lot of money, like I said. So there has to be something different between the system to make you want to spend $250 more. So let's go back to the first picture here. Where is the first picture? Is it this one? Nope. Okay, give me a second here. I gotta get back to the main system here. There it is. Okay, so holy crapzilla, look, they have the wrong picture in there, guys. Holy crapzilla. So this is the AC70. Now this is another reason why this is videos like this are important, because we find, just by looking at this stuff, many mistakes that these companies make, and then we always email them and say, hey, you know, you messed up by, you know, it's a simple accident, but you put the wrong picture in the wrong thing. So that is actually not the correct system. Let me get back here. This is. So that's the original AC70, and that's the AC70P. But notice they looked identical because they put an AC70 picture in this one. And that's what's really confusing for a lot of people. Okay, so this video already is worth its weight in gold as far as one mistake that we found. Okay, we're going to go down to the specs. That's the biggest thing. So we're going to go down to the tech specs. So basically, let me make this a little bigger here so you can see it here. So 12.4 inches, the same size, okay, 10.1 inches tall, same size, and then 8.5 deep, so same size. So everything there is the same. It has 11 outputs here, which is, I'm sorry, ports, I'll say ports. One is DC input, same. DC power button, same. The LCD screen, same. Power button, same. AC power button, same. AC output, same. AC input, same. The grounding pole, now basically what that is, guys, is there's a little grounding screw hidden over here that it's very hard to see, but it's you know, just in case you want to be a little bit more safe. Sometimes you take these on a work site, they won't let you use them unless you ground them. It all depends where you work. Here's a USB A port and USB-C and the cigarette lighter port. So all the ports are the same according to the pictures. The weight 22.5, 22.5, so it's the same. But I want to show you something that's kind of interesting. If you go back to the top here, and let me shrink this back down here so you can see everything. And we got to put this one up here. That's why I split the screen in two. It'd be a lot easier. So notice that it says 7 outlets designed for versatile charging, right? 7 outlets, right? This one says 8 versatile ports, power all you need. So my question is, if it's not listed down here, where is the extra port? So what we'll do is we'll go back and try to find this port. Let's see here. Give me a second here. We got to get back down here. Okay, there it is. And then we're going to go back to 70% so we can see it. I think it froze. Okay, there it goes. Okay, guys, I had to wait for the interwebs here. Let me make it real nice and big so you can see here. Now notice that all of the ports are exactly the same. So they're even listed the same. So what we're going to do now is we're going to list the information. We're going to start at the battery, and we're going to see what's different there. Now, right off the bat, I noticed that there is approximately 104, is that 104? No, 96. 96, what a weird number. 96 more watt hours in the Pro version than in the standard one. So we're going to take some notes here. Let me get a piece of paper, and we're going to take some notes, and then at the end we're going to look at all the differences in a row. And that way we're going to see if the system is worth that extra 250 bucks. So we're going to put on the piece of paper 250 bucks, and you have more, let's see, more battery capacity. So let me write this down here. Okay, so you have 864 on the Pro version, and this is the standard version, okay? And 768 on the regular one. So we're going to put that, more battery, okay. Now, the lithium iron phosphate is the same on both systems. They do have life cycles 3,000 to 80%. Now, what's nice about Bluetti is that's a very honest rating for the battery. Most of the times you get about, excuse me, most of the times you get about 3,500 cycles to 80% on lithium iron phosphate. Being that they dropped it down is very nice because it's actually, you don't expect too much. You know what I mean? So like if I promised you 4,000, you get 3,700, then you're like, what the heck? But I think that's a very fair rating. So I do like the way Bluetti rates their stuff. The recharge shelf life is the same, 3 to 6 months. The MPPT controller and the BMS, etc., that's all the same. So we haven't really seen anything. Sorry, I just had to clear my throat, guys. I apologize. Anything really different yet other than the battery size, and that to me does not warrant a $250 difference. So let's see your AC output. Now you have 2 at 120 at 8.33 amps, 1,000 watt total, and this one is the Pro version is 2 120 at 8.3 amps. They probably just took off the 3.3. I don't know, maybe that's just a typo. And then 1,000 watts total. So the AC output on both machines is the same. The inverter type, pure sine wave, of course. But here's the difference now. This is one difference. So the surge power is 1,500 watts. Let me write this down. Okay, so surge power is 1,500 watts on the regular version, okay, and it's 2,000 watts on the Pro version. So where this would make a difference, obviously, if you had a bigger, like say a small motor or something like that, or a power tool that needs a little bit more kick in the butt to kind of get it going, like a grinder kind of thing, a circle saw, a drill, things like that, where it's really, really high energy at first and then it kind of tapers down. Kind of like starting your car. It takes a lot of energy to start a car and then it kind of tapers down and idles. So that's two things that we see that are different, and we're going to see if it's worth that $250 price tag. So you have USB-C 2 at 100 watt max outputs on the same on both systems, and then you have USB-A, which is 2 at 5 volts at 2.4, so 12 watts. And then these, even though it doesn't say it, these are the same, 2 at 12 watts. So the USB-C and the USB-A are the same. And then you have a 12 volt DC outlet, which is a cigarette lighter, 120 watts output regulated, 120 volts output regulated. But now, guys, notice this. This is a difference here. So you actually have wireless charging. Okay, so wireless charging, which is it's very important if you have a phone, you know, or earbuds or something like that, or any kind of wireless device that you want to charge. So that's one extra thing that you get on the Pro version that you don't get on the original version. And then every system that Bluetti makes, you know, that not everyone, but everyone that has a Pro version, a letter P version behind it, you'll see little differences like this. So it's very good to print out both of these, or if you want to save yourself some time, you can go to either the website of the company and do what I'm doing now, or you can go to our Buy Me a Coffee page, because we have a database on there where you can print out these little, we call them cheat sheets, and then you can put them down in real life, and you can circle them in real life with a pen, and that way you can say, oh, I need that, or I don't need that, or I need that, and then see if the money difference is worth it as far as a value for you. So let's do input now. AC charging is 950 watts. That's the same on both systems. The input for solar input is 12 to 58 volts DC on both at 10 amps, which is 500 watts max. So that's the same. The car input is 12 to 24 from a cigarette lighter, which is the same on both. Your max input is 950 and 950. So you literally have the same exact power on both systems. And then AC charging time here is let's see, 1.3 to 1.6 hours, and that's 950 watt turbo mode. And actually on the Pro version it literally says 1.5 to 2 hours. So it actually looks like the Pro version, which is kind of weird, it actually takes longer to charge that version than the original version. I don't know if that's maybe a special thing that's protecting the batteries better. So let's see, we have a recharge. Let me write this down. Recharge time is actually faster. It's 1.5 to 2 hours on the Pro version, and it's 1.3 to 1.6. So that's actually something that I like better on the regular version over the Pro version. So that was kind of shocking to see that. Let's get this up here to solar charging time, and then we're going to put this one up to solar charging time. And notice that the solar charging time is the opposite way now. Let's see here. Solar charge, okay, is actually going towards the Pro version because it's 2.2 to 2.7 hours, okay? And on the original one, it's 2.8. Let's see, 2.8 to 3.3 hours. So in this instance, you're actually shaving off up to a half an hour because the Pro version is able to come in a little bit faster. Now, what's really weird is they're both at 500 watts rated, but remember, oh, this is something I forgot. Remember, you have almost 100 watt hours of capacity more. So that's the recharge time. So that makes sense of why it took longer to recharge. Okay, I forgot about that. That's why the original one, or the Pro version, takes longer to recharge. We have 100 extra watt hours. So I did forget about that. Okay, so let's go to general. So now that's making more sense of why it was actually a faster charger on the original one, because it's less battery capacity. Okay, so your app is yes. Pass-through charging, yes, on both. Your weight was the same. We already figured that out. Dimensions were the same. Charging temperature is the same. Same battery, so I can pretty much see that everything is pretty much the same. Now notice that the discharging, though, look at this one. This is a big one, guys. This is a very important one. So the discharging temperature, now this might really help a lot of people depending on where you are. So let's see. Let me write down discharging temp goes to the Pro version because that's negative. Oh no, wait, it's the same. I'm sorry, I was reading them backwards because they wrote them backwards. So -4 to 104. So that's actually the same on both systems. I was reading them backwards, guys, because they put the Fahrenheit first here, and then they put the Celsius here. Guys, you got to get a pattern and stick with it. Okay, yeah, same warranty, same storage, certifications. I'm pretty sure that the newer one has a lot more certifications than the older one. If at the least they're the same, but since these aren't listed, we don't know. This one has them actually listed right here, except California Prop 65. I think that's pretty much like everything in California causes cancer. I think that's what Prop 65 is. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. That's a big political thing, so I stay out of that one. Okay, and then we have, let's see, accessories, blah blah blah. And then I wanted to see the IP rating, guy. That's what I really was interested in seeing. And what's funny is I don't see it listed anywhere. You would think that the Pro version would have probably a higher IP rating, which is more water protection. So let's see if we can see any here. All right, let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Same stuff, same stuff. I'm looking for the IP rating. You would think that they would let you know what the IP rating is. I believe Bluetti's is IP65, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure because it's not listed here. And if it's not listed, you know, you just don't know. Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. 12 to 24. I don't see it in there. Okay. Let's see. The AC70 can go to 3 batteries. That's important. So you can do the B80, you can do the B300. That's a big battery, guys, or the B230. That's pretty decent. This is 2,000 watt hours, and then this is 3,000 plus watt hours. And then I think this is like 700 or something like that. But yeah, that's nice that they have special cords that are able to prolong the AC70 for the use. So let's go over here and see if we can find the same thing and see if anything here is different. Quiet operation, versatile outlets. So you do get the wireless charging, though. I noticed that that was different. Let's see here. And then at the end of the video, we'll go over all of the things that I found, and then we'll see if it's worth, you know, that $250 difference. Let's see here. So here you can put the B80P. Notice that you have to have the B80P for this model, and the B300 and the B230. So these two are the same, and then the B80 and the B80P. And I think that's just because it matches the system. I think. I don't think there's much difference, but there could be a difference in the batteries too. I don't see much difference, but you never know till you read the specs. Let's see, which is weird because I don't think they have P versions or the Pro versions of these two batteries. Let's see here. 950, 500. Yep. So I don't see anything about the IP rating, which is very strange, guys, because that's a very important thing if you're in a more wet environment or something like that, you know, or damp or raining or something like that. Let's see here. Boy, I don't see anything. So now what I'll do is I'll look, try to find the owner's manual and see if we can find, where's the user manual? Right there. Okay, so here's the accessory. Oh, here, right here. Bam. All right, we're going to do that one, and then we're going to go to this one, and then we're going to go to, if it's not in the owner's manual, it's not in there. So, okay, so there's both systems here, guys. And then what I'll do is I'll go back to the top of this one for the end of the video and the top of this one. Okay, so here's the 70 version, and here's the 70P version. So we're going to look for something called the IP rating. Now, for those of you who are not familiar what that means, that's the protection from water and splashes and things like that. Okay, let's see here. There's 32 IPs there. I don't see any IP, equipment. Let's see, equipment. A lot of equipments. Equipment. We're almost done, guys. Equipment. And then in France. So I don't even see an IP rating. I'm going to assume it's IP65, but I'm not sure. And now we're going to look at the IP rating of this system and see. So let's see, got Bluetti power equipment. A lot of equipment where, oh my gosh, 72, guys. Equipment, trips, air description, equipment. And I can't type in IP6 or something like that, because what if the other one is IP5 or something? You wouldn't find it, so you gotta have to go the long way here. Let me search here. We're only 24, we're a third of the way down. Oh, there you go. So this is in a different language. So guys, I always thought that the Pro version had a higher IP rating, but being that it's actually not listed in the owner's manual, I'm gonna have to say, well, if you don't tell me, I won't know, right, Bluetti? So we're gonna put this up here, and then we are going to see, just in case we missed it, we're going to look for the IP rating in here. Let's see here. There is shipping, and that's it. Okay, so there's no IP rating. That's one thing that's very important to me, guys, is the IP rating if you're going to go camping, because you want to make sure. Let's see if the frequently asked questions. Bada bing, bada bing. Oh, this powerlifting mode, guys, do yourself a favor. Don't use it unless you have to. It drops the voltage really low, and that puts the amps up really high. So it's not very good for very expensive equipment or anything that's not, what's it called, a purely resistive load, like a heater or something like that, hot plate. Just don't use it if you don't have to. Learn more about it first. Let's see here. Yep, so it's not there. So very strange that they don't actually have the IP rating listed. Here we got to pick United States. And let's see here. Okay, so now we're done. We looked at everything with the systems, and now I'm going to recap. Remember, this is a $250 system. So the number one thing that's different is obviously the color, right? You do get approximately 100 watt hours of more battery. You do get surge power. Now that could be big if you need it. That's 500 watts more surge power, which is important for people on a job site if you need that surge power. There's still 1,000 watt rated inverters in both, except the Pro version has more surge power. So the wireless too, well, you only get one. The wireless also is 15 watts. That's on the top of the unit of the P version, the Pro version, and it does not have it on. I have the AC70. There's no wireless charging on that. So that's important if you had a job site and you have a phone or something like that and you don't have your cable. So that's, let's see, more battery, surge power, and the wireless charging of the phone. The recharge time we're going to cancel because remember that it has a bigger battery capacity, so that's not fair to rate that. You're rating same power with two different battery capacities. And then your solar charge also is not fair to rate that because, as I said, you have 100 watts more of watt hours, so it's really not fair for a system to do that. So basically what it comes down to of what I saw, I thought it had a higher IP rating. Maybe if you can contact Bluetti and double check that. I thought we had talked about that in the live streams, but I'm not 100%. I don't want to say yes or no. But what I know for sure, according to their specs, is 100% more battery capacity. The color is different. The surge power is 500 watts more, and you get a wireless charger. Now, for me personally, is that worth a $250 difference in the price tag? I got to be honest, no. There's not enough difference of this system for me to want to buy or upgrade ours into this one unless I was needing a phone, more surge power, and the battery capacity is only 100 watt hours, is not much. So if that was a closer price tag, maybe because this is on sale right now for $400 and this is $650. Notice that the original MSRP of both systems was identical. Now if we were to rate these systems at the MSRP, obviously I would take this system hands down right now, but we're going off the price of what they are right now when I'm making the videos. Now this could change depending on the price. If this were to go back up to, like, say, $599, then I would definitely pay $50 for the difference of this system. But being that I don't have a record of what this used to be, other than the MSRP, I don't. If you guys remember what this was, I believe at one time when we got ours, I believe this was $599, and that's why that price sticks in my head. So if it was between that $600 and $650, hands down, I would get this model all day, unless you don't like the color. That affects some people if they don't like the color of a system or the accents or whatever. It wouldn't bother us. I like the orange. It doesn't bother me. We enjoy Halloween, so we'd use it on Halloween. All right, well, that's it, guys. That's the AC, the Bluetti AC70 and the AC70P portable. In my honest opinion, I'm doing this for a subscriber. I personally would pick the AC70 over the AC70P right now. If the price changes, that would definitely affect my opinion, and I would lean towards the AC70P if it was a more balanced sale or whatever. So I think I'll leave it at that. I wanted to make this video. I forgot for who. It was one of the subscribers. But hopefully this video will help you in your decision and which one that you like better. We have links in the description if you want to go see this for yourself. We also have, remember, that solar Ramblin Bob solar database, which you could go and you can print out the cheat sheets, and it'll kind of give a refresher course of what we just did for 25 minutes, and then you can see and make an educated decision on what you like. I can't pick a power station for you or anybody. I can only give my recommendations and my opinions. And in my opinion right now, I would pick the AC70 regular one over the P version only because of the price. And then once again, if the price was even, I would definitely take the AC70P hands down. All right, guys, ramble on, be safe, and I'll see you here next time on Ramblin Bob Reviews. Bye, guys.